The comic book sensation Stealing Solo is back with a brand new edition, the entire fandom menace painted like you've never seen us before, featuring a cover from Anna That Star Wars Girl. Back the comic, get the trading cards, wear the t-shirt, spread the word. Stealing Solo is back, and it's the Fandom Menace edition, available only until May 2nd on Indiegogo.
The following is a world-class Bullshitters exclusive.
Lucasfilm must be taking the High Republic to the next level because only cocaine is a valid answer for this week's addition to the Star Wars universe. Star Wars is in the toilet and the High Republic seems to be the perfect dumping ground for new ideas. Before it was Ram Jamaram, Leox Jossi, and Geode. They were all dumb and we made fun of them. But now these bad ideas are becoming dangerous because they're insulated from criticism. Star Wars has more than dipped its toe in identity politics. They're up to their eyebrows in it. It's all-consuming. They're drowning. Instead of going down gracefully with the ship, like any good captain, they continue to hog up all the space on the door and call anyone who creates waves problematic. This week's newest addition to the High Republic comes from the comic book series by Marvel. Wow. Star Wars promotes The High Republic cover featuring trans, non-binary Jedi twins in support of International Transgender Day of Visibility. In honor of the International Transgender Day of Visibility, Star Wars has revealed a new variant cover for Star Wars The High Republic number 6, depicting the newly introduced trans non-binary Jedi twins Tarek and Sarek. Drawn by Marvel Comics artist Javier Garrón, the variant cover features Tarek and Sarek green-bladed lightsabers in hand set against a purple-hued space background. In the foreground, a pair of what appears to be High Republic-era T-1 shuttles can be seen flying by. Alongside the cover, Star Wars official social media accounts, with the curious exception of their Twitter, wrote, "We support trans lives and we are passionate and committed to broadening our representation in a galaxy far, far away. #TDOV. A pair of force-wielding Kotab Bond twins, Tarek and Sarek, were first introduced in the second issue of the Marvel Comics series Star Wars The High Republic as a member of the High Republic-era Jedi Order. Though this issue featured an in-universe confirmation of their non-binary gender, wherein Avra Chris clarifies to the fellow Jedi Venestra Roll that the pair's pronouns are they rather than he, the social media posts made in honor of International Transgender Day of Visibility stand as the first official confirmation of the twins' transgender identity. I'm not surprised by this addition to the High Republic. Last week it was announced that Lando would be featured as an icon for Pride Month, after decades of being portrayed as the ultimate intergalactic ladies' man. Yes, Lando's new sexuality trait caught a lot of us off guard, but after seeing Solo: A Star Wars Story, where he puts his lightsaber is the least of my concerns. These characters, the twins, are a different beast. As stated for years, we want the old characters left alone. So if you have to inject your personal politics into a story, do it with new characters. They, Lucasfilm, listened to us, and now we have the twins. Thank you, Lucasfilm. Thank you. So I'm just gonna say it. Lucasfilm and Star Wars are doing a terrible job with bringing awareness to any cause. I don't know how it's possible, but no matter the cause, Lucasfilm turns everything into a joke. Transgender Day of Visibility? Cool. Not for me, but who am I to judge how people want to live their lives? I like Batman Forever over the Snyder Cut. So, don't judge me either. What I have an issue with here is the representation of transgender characters. Yeah, I just said that. While I'm not a member of that community, I gotta ask the biggest question on my mind. Why do these characters have to be so bizarre looking? It's Star Wars, Jeff. It's a galaxy far, far away. Yeah, okay, but then by that metric, why put real-world identity politics into the story? If Star Wars is this alien universe, why put strictly 21st century Earth issues as a selling point of the story? For those confused, I'll just say it. Why does one twin look like Jared Leto with alopecia and the other one looks like a boiled chicken breast? Why are these characters so poorly designed? Why does Lucasfilm boast on social media how progressive they are, but then these are the characters they pair with a transgender non-binary identity? Why can't a character have eyebrows or any other defining traits? Well, I did a little more research and looked into these definitions a little closer. Let's learn together. Under related identities and practices to transgender, there's a subcategory titled Non-Binary and Androgyny, which states, non-binary or genderqueer identities are not specifically male or female. They can be agender, androgynous, bigender, pangender, or gender fluid. Bigender and androgynous have overlapping categories. Bigender individuals may identify as moving between male and female roles, gender fluid, or as being both masculine and feminine simultaneously, androgynous. And the androgynes may similarly identify as beyond gender or genderless. So that's a lot of terms, but let's focus on the one we all know, androgynous. For the few who don't know, androgyny is the combination of masculine and feminine characteristics into an ambiguous form. So that's what Star Wars was going for with the twins? That's fine, but couldn't they make them look better? When I googled androgyny, I was met with a list of people who all fit the definition as stated above, and none of the real people are as hideous as the Star Wars equivalents. If you want to use Star Wars as a platform for identity politics, why not make the characters that represent this community look good? As it stands, they look like eyebrowless rain clouds instead of the characters that represent an ambiguous form of male or female characteristics. Real-world androgynous people include David Bowie, Tilda Swinton, and Ruby Rose. The sexuality of those celebrities aside, they all have an appealing look. In terms of David Bowie, he's an icon, a rock god according to Dennis Reynolds, and while I'm not David Bowie's #1 fan, I do agree with Dennis's assessment. Beyond the music, David Bowie was an icon culturally. When he died, the impact was felt far and wide, but in the wake of his passing, those that he inspired began to speak up. When David Bowie died on Sunday, he left behind legions of fans who will remember him as the godfather of glam rock and the patron saint of defiant outcasts. And it became quickly apparent online that one diverse group then came of age during his adolescence. Mr. Bowie 69 was not just a pop idol, but a lifeline. In the days since his death, lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender fans have shared how the rocker influenced their lives and helped bring queer culture into the mainstream in the 1960s and 1970s. In essays, interviews on Twitter, and in Facebook, they told how his rise gave them strength. Many saw a kindred spirit in Mr. Bowie's various characters and gender-bending style, beginning with his first androgynous persona Ziggy Stardust in 1972. Not only had he made a glittery, alien-looking creature look cool, he had helped pioneer a sexy and marketable form of otherness that mainstream artists have tried to replicate in the decades since. In high school, Ziggy Stardust blasted confidence into my ears and said, "See, it's okay to be different and strange if you're wonderful," wrote John Barlow, a Times reader from Atlanta. The edginess of Mr. Bowie's style earned him stardom and freedom to play with gender and sexuality. He retired the Ziggy Stardust character, but continued to play with his image in a way that forced his viewers to rethink the ideas of gender. Mr. Bowie's longevity as a star extended his influence. When people are growing up, they're generally looking for something in culture that reflects their subconscious yearnings. Bowie certainly did that for my generation. In fact, he probably did it for 2 or 3, says Grayson Perry, who wrote for The Guardian. Although Mr. Bowie freely experimented with fluidity in music, gender, and fashion, he was frequently asked to categorize his sexuality with a label. The preoccupation with this was he or wasn't he part of Mr. Bowie's sexuality often overshadows the more nuanced contributions to queer culture through imagery and style. Still, he was not really an activist. After reading that, all I can say to Lucasfilm is, please stop trying to use Star Wars as a political platform to insulate yourself from criticism of terrible Star Wars-related content. The High Republic twins come off as a joke. All the characters from the High Republic do. Leox Jossi, Ram Jamaram. Doesn't it hurt Transgender Visibility Day to make your Star Wars representatives a pair of Uncle Fester clones? Why not make them look better? Tilda Swinton is another very visible celebrity who gets discussed in the non-binary discussion. She's been quoted as saying, "I enjoy walking the tightrope of identity, of sexual identity, of gender identity." Tilda Swinton has been a very visible actor. She's played the Angel Gabriel in Constantine and even worked with Lucasfilm's parent company Disney on Doctor Strange for Marvel Studios. Neither Tilda Swinton nor David Bowie are played for jokes. They're well respected in their fields or considered icons to some. On their day of visibility, couldn't you either A, not mix Star Wars with politics, or B, not half-ass it? The High Republic twins look unfinished, like a drawing template another artist is going to go and fill in. I'm all about respecting people from all walks of life, but shouldn't that include companies that use others as a shield to protect themselves from criticisms? I can't harp on it enough how lazy Lucasfilm is with the High Republic. Last time it was a literal rock named Geode. This time, a drawing template being passed off as a character in an attempt for Lucasfilm to pat themselves on the back. Comic books are a visual medium. Why have we forgotten that? Why do we give lazy shit a pass because it represents the right thing? In the 80s, when Marvel put out the first openly gay superhero, Northstar, he wasn't drawn by some nobody artist. He was drawn by the best artist in the business, John Byrne. I have no issue with the artist responsible for the High Republic, but whoever designed the characters needed to give them another pass. There are other species in Star Wars who are either non-binary or androgynous. Did you know that Gungans are considered androgynous? Opinions of Jar Jar aside, they at least have the artistry behind them. No matter what anyone says, at least they tried with Jar Jar Binks. It's not the same for the High Republic twins. When all is said and done, real people like David Bowie and Tilda Swinton will do more for transgender visibility than Tarek and Sarek from Star Wars The High Republic. But that won't stop Lucasfilm and Disney looking for brownie points. Remember, folks, the High Republic is meant to entice a whole new generation of Star Wars fans, but the twins are just another in a series of disappointing characters. No matter the identity politics, the High Republic keeps delivering miss after miss in an attempt to create great Star Wars characters. As for now, they failed, and given their track record, it's only going to get worse. Oh, and yeah, they look like Death from Bill and Ted, too. So what do you guys think of this? Star Wars wants to put this front and center, but they really didn't do the work. Tarek and Sarek look like a joke. How can anyone take them seriously? And if they can't be taken seriously, and you want to make them the face of the cause, doesn't that kind of make fun of the cause? I mean, personally, I'm of the mind, just keep Star Wars and politics separate. I know, oh, there are politics in Star Wars. Yeah, the world of Star Wars has its own politics. Leave it to the trade tariffs and all this other bullshit from episode 1. That's the politics of Star Wars, not this stuff. This is the politics of 2021 in America, and Lucasfilm just keeps wanting to put Star Wars at the forefront of all of these causes. I wonder what the reason really is behind it. It's not a bad thing to want to support people from every walk of life, but is Star Wars The High Republic really the right platform if you're only going to put this much effort in? I don't know, personally I just think Disney comes off as the asshole. They're doing more damage than they are doing good. Fans look at this and laugh, they don't take it seriously, these other causes just look like a joke by comparison. So, Disney, go back to the drawing board. If you're going to want to make Star Wars socially relevant, well, then pick a topic that'll mesh well with Star Wars. So folks, let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know down in the comments. Remember, thumbs up is great, comment helps even more. We have it on good authority that both help the video grow, so thank you for that. While you're down there, folks, click the link for Stealing Solo, a Captain's Parody. We've blown past our goal, we're over 100% fully funded, and we keep growing. So every time we get 100 new backers, we get a new magnet of the Fandom Menace. Last time, it was Jessie Milestone of Mindless Entertainment. So when you back the comic, you'll get her, as well as Cecil the Hutt, Mecha Random 42, and Mauler. And you guys can click on the link and see the rest of the magnets as well. But this is a comic drawn by me, written by me, with a new cover by Anna, that Star Wars girl. It's wonderful. It features the Fandom Menace in a way that you've never seen us before. Click on the link that is available on Indiegogo till May 2nd. And once it's gone, it's gone. We had an amazing Day 1 High Council variant featuring myself, Ethan, and Jeremy, as well as Cecil, and that was a huge hit. And the only way you can get that is in the higher tiers, so if you look at that picture as well and you go, man, I missed the High Council, well, get one of those tiers and remember the High Council. It was a great time. It was a great show. So folks, thank you for watching. I'm going to get out of here. Hopefully Disney gets their shit together. I'm not surprised, but I can dream, right? I better not. So folks, thank you for watching. Be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other.